friends. I know it's been a long time since I posted, but I just got a new deck and today is the full moon in Capricorn. So I decided to I'm doing a smaller spread based on the full moon. So I'm going to try to get all 12 zodiac signs, which I've never been able to accomplish before. But instead of starting from the beginning like I usually do, I'm working my way backwards. So I'm doing readings for signs that I've never read for before. So this is Aquarius. I have some of my favorite people are Aquarius. I don't get along super great with Pisces, although I did almost marry one, but he was also born in the year of the pig, which I get along with people born in the year of the pig very, very well. Born in the year of the goat or sheep. So I'm an Aries sheep or an Aries goat. I like to think of myself. I like to think of myself as a bighorn sheep. The ones that you see at Glacier National Park. Okay, this is a 5-card spread. This is 1. What you've manifested since the full moon, and it is 14. Major Arcana 14. I'll have to look that up. I'm out of practice, guys. Major Arcana 14. Temperance. So card 2 is Major Arcana 4, which is the Emperor, I believe. Yes. Card 3 is the Queen of Swords, or the Queen of Wands. Card 4 is the Four of Pentacles. And then the last card, card 5, is the Major Arcana 3. So there's a lot of things going on in your life right now, Capricorn, that may be feeling like divine intervention, like maybe things that you have very little control over. So something that you've manifested since the last full moon is temperance. So that temperance means, just basic balance, not living in one extreme or the other extreme, or going to extremes, or it's just finding that balance that allows you to see things maybe in a less biased way. The truth being illuminated to you and no longer hidden is the Emperor. So your authority. Maybe in the past month you have regained, like maybe you had been submissive for some reason. Maybe you had a very dominant boss, or you were involved in a very dominant relationship, friendship or otherwise, and you took back your power. How can you release what is no longer serving you? The Queen of Wands, that means the maternal, authoritative figure of creativity. So self-expression, and self-expression that also can also be applied as self-care. So mental health, taking care of your mental health, etc., and doing it by some self-expression, whether it's music, drawing, art, writing, whatever, maybe decorating. What opportunity is ready to emerge? The Four of Pentacles. Now I'm going to look that one up because this is such an odd deck that, I'm so used to the Rider-Waite or my Pre-Raphaelite deck that it's hard to kind of notice the... It says, it is very good to copy what one sees, much better to draw what you can't see anymore but is in your memory. And that's by Edgar Degas. An old man sits on a bench resting his arm in his lap and his hand on the top of a cane. He's in a ballet studio. I guess why they're using a Degas quote. He's in a ballet studio, as evidenced by the practice bar on the wall. His hair is white, and his back is curved, and he seems very small in such a big space. He's not just alone in the room, he's also alone in his thoughts. He's sitting in a corner, his face is turned away from us. He gazes at the 4 yellow ribbons that have been hung like prize ribbons. They are symbols of training and victory on spiritual, intellectual, and physical realms. The yellow bows represent pieces of the past put on display like golden trophies. They mark old memories that only exist in shadows of the past, and in and of themselves, they have very little to offer and no part to play in unfolding the future. When the Four of Pentacles appears in your reading, you might find yourself focused on the material needs and physical existence. You could even find that you're obsessed with making sure your money and property are all in order. Four of Pentacles is also a cautionary card. Take steps to protect your health, your physical well-being, and your finances, but don't cut yourself off from the world. So I guess an opportunity, maybe a raise, maybe if you're looking for a new house, maybe a great deal is coming up and you might get wrapped up in it, but don't forget the important things. Like being good to others, and don't rely on status symbols at all, because they're complete illusions of this world. You can't take anything with you when you die, so it's hard for me to find the point of playing this capitalist game, because I don't know any happy people who are rich, but I also know that it's better to be sad and be able to travel than it is to be sad and homeless or living out of a box. Just the way I feel. So 3, the Empress. Message from the universe for this full moon. It is not my fault I am so old. It is something which has happened to me all at once. That's by Giovanni Boldini. There are women who win love and affection simply by walking into a room. Artists like Maria Calais, Sarah Bernhardt, and Isadora Duncan. They inspire by undying devotion, gracing us with memories of their beauty long after they leave this earthly plane. They are luminous spirits for the Empress realm of music, theater, and dance. They are ever present and immortal. We find the Empress whenever we experience the beauty of art. We see her on stage and screen, hear her voice on waves of sound, and recognize her touch in marble halls of galleries and museums. Like Venus, the goddess of love and beauty, the Empress is everywhere we look. In the Empress card, she invites us to join her in a ballroom that sparkles with chandeliers and champagne. She's a picture of elegance in a formal gown, full-length gloves, and glittering gold tiara. Behind her, stylish men and women mingle, chatting and sipping their drinks. The Empress' eye is warm and her smile is gently knowing. The lyric sapphire on her throat reflects the splendor of her voice. She holds a silver key in her right hand. She welcomes us into a world of wonder. Blue is also the throat chakra. Like Venus, the Empress is fond of fresh flowers, fine wine, and 5-star dining. She creates a life of sumptuous opulence that reflects her romantic ideals. When she glides into a tarot reading, she gently reminds you that your physical surroundings serve as a reflection of your personal values too. If you see disparity between the life you want and the life you've created for yourself, it's time to make a correction. So, I guess what this is really saying is, with this temperance that you've gained in the last month, and the potential gifts that you may receive in the tangible realm, you always have to keep in sight what is important, and things that are just expensive, status symbols, are not, real things. It's better to, I don't know, be charitable with your time, and you spend time is like a currency. So this may be about getting time and what you decide to do with it, whether it's, practice on some of your, own hobbies, or if you decide to go out and party with it, or you spend time with people that aren't truly your friends, and you kind of ignore some of the people that you've had in your life for a long time. Could be any of those things, but happy new moon, Capricorn.